I love owning a classic motorcycle, and although this might only be a 1980s model, it's still classic, isn't it? It's over 25 years old. It's 34. It's got an LCD display on it. Oh, not that I ever look at it. Probably when the bike's like just turned on or something, I might glance at it.
If I didn't fucking like you, then I didn't fucking like you.
Oh dear, I'm a cliche, I'm a cliche, I'm a cliche, I'm a cliche.
What shocks me is that the fuel LCD readout on the bike is correct. It's actually more reliable than on modern motorcycles that I own, so I trust it. I love how smooth it is. Owning a classic motorcycle, I mean, we'll all argue the term classic because you'll start going, oh, 1950s BSA is classic and an 80s Kawasaki is not. Yeah, whatever. Owning a classic 80s motorcycle is a joy. I really like it. There's a lot on the market as well, so all you have to do is go on eBay and you'll find Kawasaki's, Hondas, Yamahas, all sorts of stuff from the 1980s, and a lot of it priced well. So I looked at a Honda CBX 750 from 1984, and that was being sold by West Midlands Motorcycles for 995 quid, and it was in red. It had the two square headlights on it. It was really funky looking bike, but it was essentially a CB 750 dressed up as something else. Something that it wasn't, but it was 995 quid, which is great, and it's a Honda, isn't it? And if you don't like it, you could always put there's nowadays, oh, I love it, nowadays there's EFI kits and, well, so not EFI, God almighty, what am I, nowadays there are electronic timing kits, so you never have to play with points ever again, and they can be installed by a friendly motorcycle mechanic. Although I've left this motorcycle completely standard. I believe this has electronic. There are no points on this bike. I had a look. Luckily, I was like, phew, I fucking hate points. I hate them. Really, it stems from working on a Ferrari. Don't quote me. It was a 4.8. Anyway, it had 4 points on it. That's right, 2 sets of 2. Oh god, you have to set two up, then the other 2. It's like, oh jeez, it was a bloody joke. A bloody joke. And the owner had gone from garage to garage to garage looking for somebody who could set them up. And when I finally figured, it took me like a week to figure it out, and I finally set them up, and I just didn't ever want the car to come back. And when a year later when it came back, I was so pleased that I didn't have to do anything. I cleaned them is what I did. Well, I didn't want to replace them again, and I was like, and they hadn't moved, and it was like, just keep it as it is. We won't interfere with it if it isn't broken. I hope that car gets sold and I never have to go near it ever again. I don't plan vlogs. Do you plan your vlogs? I don't. I just ride, and then I'm like, oh, I got a camera, I turn it on, I have a chat with you. I just watched a video from Spicy 110 doing a front brake overhaul video where he overhauled his master cylinder. He's crazy, isn't he? Oh, I got comedy 80s brakes. You lot can't just sort of slam your brakes on and expect me to stop. I was getting ready to go through the fucking hedge then. You can't just expect me to stop. No. With your ABS and your fancy disc brakes. Oh, fuck. Right, fuck off with your BMW 123D. Get the fuck out of my airspace. I'm not a fucking GPZ, buddy. There he goes. Fucking stay away. Just go ahead. That was hot in my throat. And you'll say, oh, stay back. But you do, and then the cars slow down to, and it's like, oh, So they literally, it's a no-win situation. So we're arguing over nothing, really. Are your brakes that bad? No, they're just 1980s brakes. They're actually operating beautifully, but they're from the 80s. And they've got new pads and... Unlike a modern bike, you have to have a man's hand. You gotta grip that lever and yank on it for dear life. Back to Spicy 110. So he does this video where he revives the front brake on his bike by replacing the piston in his master cylinder. And fair play to the lad, he did a great job. But there was some nobody's perfect or anything, so I did actually at the time have to go on his comment section and just correct a few people who were being really stupid, because clearly they don't work with brakes, so they're just assuming that if they say something that it's safe to do so. And when you're talking about brakes on a motorcycle, you don't really want to do anything that's kind of like, oh, I just had this great idea. Because no, you haven't had this great idea, right? The manufacturers have worked tirelessly to refine the braking system on your motorcycle. There isn't a modification you can just think up off the top of your head, bang on a comment section on YouTube and think that that's usable. He says, yeah, how dangerous are you? So one bloke, and it was something daft. It was something like, he was like, you've got to slosh it all out with water, or warm water or something like that. And I just had to go, buddy. It was really polite as well. I just said that no, you want to use brake cleaner because it'll evaporate quickly. But I didn't go into the whole water's hygroscopic. I didn't go into the science part because I actually checked the guy out, and he rides a Harley Davidson, so I know the science part will be above him. So I just stayed out of it and just suggested that brake cleaner might be better. And then I congratulated Spicy 110 on his good video. It was a good video. And just said on there that, literally, because a lot of people were on it there going, I'm going to do this on the weekend, I'm going to do it. Oh my God, are you all crazy? You're going to do it on the weekend? Good luck. Well, if you do have a problem, this is one of the things I said, if you do have a problem, just stop and consult a professional, or just stop and hand it over to a professional, whichever you're comfortable with, just to say, hey, I've actually done this and I'm stuck, and can you give me some advice? And they'll say yes or no. Find another professional if they say no, and keep going until you run out, and then go and take it to a professional, because you don't want to be bodging your brakes up, and you definitely don't want to be taking out your #1 pride and joy motorcycle, mucking around with its brakes, to find that it's all completely buggered and that you now have no transport for work. So I made it much more succinct in my comment. I waffle a lot, don't I? I just like having a chat with you all. Until next time, don't fuck with your brakes unless you're a professional.